Hello, this is Melissa from FocalPoint in Wenatchee, coming back at you to talk about kids and how we can help them in school. We had a request this week from a mom who has a sixth grader, and she asked us what we could tell her about helping her child. And so today I'm going to talk about sixth grade math. Sixth grade math is the point where you move past your basic add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and now you've moved on to pieces and parts. You're going to have to learn to add, subtract, multiply, and divide with fractions, decimals, percents. You're going to be doing all four of your operations with your pieces and parts. Now, one of the things that I tell my middle schoolers is that you have now reached the level of math where you are going to have two sets of rules. You're going to have one set of rules for adding and subtracting and a different set of rules for multiplying and dividing. This is going to be true of fractions, it's going to be true of decimals, it's going to be true of percents, and it's going to continue to be true in every single class you are going to take from now until you graduate college. So whether you are doing logarithms in Algebra 2, or the law of sines in trigonometry, or you have moved on to pre-calculus, it is going to be one set of rules for adding and subtracting, a second for multiplying and dividing, and as you move up, a third for exponents. So it's best that you know this, right? Now we can prepare for what's coming ahead. And let's give just one example. So fractions are one of the things that are pieces and parts that we're going to learn in sixth grade. And let's say, for example, I have been asked to add and subtract fractions, and we're just going to start there. The rules with adding and subtracting are always going to rely on one thing. No matter how high in math you go, you may only add and subtract things that are the same size. Every rule that you're going to learn, every way that you move numbers around the page is going to be a way to get your pieces the same size first, so that you may then add and subtract them after the fact. So, for example, I have a quarter here, and I have a third. And the two of them are different sizes, aren't they? A quarter has a 4 on the bottom when I write it as a fraction. A third has a 3 on the bottom when I write it as a fraction. And the bottom number tells me the size of the pieces. If that bottom number is different, they are different sizes. If the bottom number is the same, they are the same size. Important to know, because if your pieces are different sizes, my rule in adding and subtracting is I can't add and subtract things of different sizes. I got to get them the same size first, then I can just count up how many I have. So I have been asked to add, for example, 1/4 plus 1/3. And when I put them together, what happens? I put the two pieces together, my quarter plus my third, and I have how much? Gosh, I don't know. I have some. I can't tell. And that's because I've got the two different size pieces. So how am I going to handle this? Well, it turns out that I have a piece that I can replace both quarters and thirds with. It happens to be this size. These are twelfths. Both quarters and thirds can be replaced with twelfths. And I can stack up twelfths right on top of my quarters and my thirds. So here it is in twelfths. And you can see here's my quarter, stacks up exactly on top of the twelfths. Here's my third, stacks up exactly on top of the twelfths. And that's what I want. I replaced my quarter with 3/12. I replaced my third with 4/12. And now that I have the same size pieces, I could just count up how many pieces I've got. How many pieces have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces. What size are they? Twelfths. Bottom number tells me the size of my pieces and also how many pieces are in my pie. So there's a common sense way to understand adding and subtracting of fractions. The reason you're getting that common denominator is not because your teacher told you to. It's because you're getting all your pieces the same size, which is an idea that you're going to use again and again. So if you have any questions about how to do this or how to actually do it in homework with your kids, please give us a call here at 509-662-9121, or you can email us at info@focalpointwenatchee.com. And as always, this is Melissa from FocalPoint Wenatchee. Keep helping your kids learn. Thanks so much.